Hi there, welcome to part 2 of this tutorial series, and in this series we are going to continue modeling Esi-bot, where we go more into the features that she has. So let's jump into Blender then. Remember, I have enabled screencast keys so you can see whatever keys I'm pressing. Alright then let's go. Okay, just looking at our robot. Let's see, what other features should this bot have? Let's start with the facial feature, shall we? Let's try and okay, if we have, first of all, when it comes to a robot, we need eyes. Okay, 2 eyes. So let's start something. What we can do is get a mesh. I want the cursor to be there, of course. Get a mesh plane. Good. Very huge, so you have to reduce it to a size. I think 0.2 is about okay to start off from. So I want to rotate this 90 degrees on the x-axis, and let's model an eye, shall we? Just make it simple and basic for now. Remember, she's also going to have a mouth, so let's take note of that. So we have this. This will be our base. Okay, then we can go to, we add the bevel modifier and affect the vertices. Scale is applied, good. Now all we have to do is reduce the amounts and increase the segments, so then we have some good eye going there. So I can name this then eye. Alright, she's also going to have a mouth, by the way. Let's take note of that. So that's what I'm creating. Turn it to medium point. Maybe not too big, but something reasonable. Then maybe it should just have. Alright, looking good. And for now we can just mirror this. Using that same plane as this from here. Alright. We can actually name the empty mirror just for easy identification. Okay. And this is the base robot. And this is the basis of it. Maybe mouth is too large. Just reduce that a bit. Okay, beautiful. Looks cool. Then later in the texturing, you see, whenever you even look at a screen, just look at your monitor right now. There's a part of it where it displays what you are showing, and there's also the kind of glass part of it. So that's what we are going to try and replicate here in 3D, and that's very simple. All we have to do is add a plane, just rotate it x 90 degrees and just scale it to the size we want it. This will be helpful later when we add textures to this robot. So just make that good. So this we can call back screen, and then we duplicate that and bring it forward, and we can call this front screen. Very good. But now you realize that you can't see our eye and our mouth. So what do we do then? You may be thinking that we should turn X-ray mode on. That's good, but for my personal preferences, I do not like that. So there's an easy way. We can just go to the material, add a material, go down to viewport display, and on the color you can just reduce the alpha, which should help us. Because I'm set on random, you can't see it. When you set it to material, you should be able to see it. Yep, you can see it's slightly transparent. Remember, this works only in material color mode, not random. Material. The reason why you can't see our eyes is because they have basically the same color. So you have to add a new material and give it a viewport display colors. Yeah, maybe this shade of blue. Just something simple. So I'm also going to do that for the mouse. Where's the mouse? Oh, it's got IO 001. That's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be called mouse. Alright then. So then that's it for the facial features of this robot. I would like it to be square. All right. Just adjust this as you like. Okay then. So then let's add the wheel, shall we? Or the wheel shouldn't be something very difficult. All we need to do is add a cylinder, base it off of that, reduce the radius and the depth, reset the location of that, rotate it 90 degrees on the y-axis, and that should work. Beautiful. So then we want the medium point to be in between this, somewhat like this. Yes, for now you can keep it like that. Let's define this a bit more. Sorry, supposed to select these edges, control, bevel them. Looks nice. Apply the scale and bevel it again. Better beveling this time. Just want to round those edges, but with not as many vertices, so you can go for 3. Yeah, 3 should be okay. Let's looking for something nice. Remember, after confirming that you can edit it as long as this panel is available. Alright, so then you can also adjust it more here, or I just find something of what you want. Something like this should be alright. Okay, and for now I want to work on half of it so that the other half will be automatically mirrored. So that's the use of adding this edge loop. Makes work faster. So I can select this and delete this part. All I need to do is add a mirror modifier to that. Apply its rotation and that should work. Beautiful. Remember to enable clipping. Okay, so then let's get on with it, shall we? Insert this face. Just want a simple tire. Can insert it again, bring it out, that should create something simple. Go to this view, can insert it again, get it to around that radius size and extrude it outwards. Think that looks good. On the shade auto smooth, you see we get some anomalies here. We may have to recalculate the normals for that by pressing Ctrl Shift and N, or Shift N. Let's work on this, shall we? Yeah, shade smooth works better. So shade auto smooth, shade smooth. Beautiful. You have to add loop cuts to stop that. Yeah, that should help. So we get some strange shading problem here. What I'm trying to do right now is to fix that. You can select all of this and shade them flat. Beautiful, that works. Ctrl F, shade flat. Shade smooth actually. Beautiful. Then that's some nice tire we got there. Like to add a little bit of detail to this, so add a loop cut there. Let's rotate it on the X about this much. Select all the faces here by using Alt Select, Alt left clicking and Shift Alt left clicking. Let's insert the face and hit I again to insert that. And Then we can press Alt E, extrude faces along normals. You can manually adjust the offset here by holding Shift 2 as well. Let's go for what you prefer. Doesn't have to be too much though. You can select them and press S Shift Z or Shift X rather. Let's go for something simple. Shade all of that flat, and you got something nice there. This is how you can easily add detail to this. That looks good, doesn't it? So we can also add this over here. Add a look cut. Add that. Let's see if you can also add that to this. Hit I twice or hit I once. Yes, once you see that you got that going there, hold the Shift key to slow that process down. Alt E, something small. Let's see how that looks. If it looks weird, you can just undo that. Alright then, I think that looks like a really cool tire, doesn't it? Yep, that looks like some nice detail we added. Alright then, I'd just like to see the normals of this. By going here, enabling them. I think the normals are good. Alright then, that's the wheel of our robot. Very simple, very nice. And let's reduce the size of that. Okay, I think that looks nice. Alright, let's go on then. So that's it for the tire. Let's see what else we can add. Face, just looking around. So like this is starting to look nice. Let's try and work a bit on the hands or the arms, shall we? The way you would like your hands, we may go off a little bit of the block reference. So what you can do is you can add a cylinder, reduce the size, rotate it on the Y 90 degrees, bring it here, scale it. All right, just put it here. I want to always set the origin to the geometry. Scale it on all the axes but the x-axis by pressing Shift X. Shift X. Okay. And let's mirror that, shall we? Alright. So let's add some details to this. First of all, I want to apply the scale. Add a bevel modifier. And just bevel that just a bit. Hold the Shift key. Add some segments. Okay, we can create something like this. Bring that in. Okay, I want to create a little crease here. I'll add a loop cut, bevel that, and just reduce it so that we don't have any cuts in the middle. Just those two loops. Scale them to your desired width. Extrude that inwards. Yep, and we got that kind of detail. Just something simple. You can bring it out as you want. Move it on the x-axis. Okay, good. So you can add two materials to them. You can just call this smooth color. I'm sure you see why I named that in a later part of this tutorial. Go to the viewport display and then just change the color of that. We don't see any changes because you have to assign that material to those faces. Since they're already selected, I'll just hit the assign button, and that looks nice, beautiful. All right, so that's it. You go here, remember this is just like an arm socket. Work on it. I would like to add some sort of bolt here. We can do that by going to mesh and going down to looking for that. Yes, bolts. If you don't find this, you have to go to edit, preferences, search for bolts, and if you see add mesh bolt factory, if that's disabled, enable it. Remember to save preferences. Alright, so we just want to where the origin point is a good place, so we want to bring the cursor to the selected object, add a bolt. See, at first it's really huge, really huge. You have to scale that down to look for the dimensions. So you can edit it over here. But you can always switch between a bolt and a nut and change the type of bolt you're looking for. I think this one looks simple and nice, so you can go with this. Adjust it to the way we want it. Let's have like 12 will be okay. Let's increase it to 36. Okay. You see that this is so huge. What we have to do is confirm that and scale that down, way down, by pressing S. Rotate that on the y-axis 90 degrees. Scale that down. Excuse me. Scale that down. Can bring that out here. Yes. Remember, this part of Blender, this add-on in particular, one cool feature is that you can always adjust the settings. So in case maybe you want to change something like the head height, you can just do it here, even though you scaled it and confirmed it after. So you see that you can change it to that which we want. I think this looks good. Remember, it's up to you to choose whatever you prefer. Phillips bolt. Remember to add a mirror modifier to that. Look for that mirror object. I think that looks good. You can also duplicate that by pressing Shift D, Shift X, bringing it up here and bringing it in. Good. Okay, that looks nice. You can also add one here. That looks beautiful. So you have some kind of mechanics going on here. That looks cool. Alright then. So in this tutorial we are adding some more detail to define the robot features. Yeah, and I think that's good. I don't want to make this video too long. I have to at least keep it around the 30-minute mark. And that's how far I've gotten to. So for today, I believe this is where we'll be ending. We shall continue the next time we meet. So with that said, bye.